Yeah, more.
Yeah, more.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, they got me on the hour. I'm on the hour punishment right now.
When they start putting the hour up for lives and whatnot, I thought they took that
Um,
off.
yeah, they did, but then because we uploaded that Korean U.S. propaganda video,
Ah,
they
yeah.
freaking yeah, they freaking knocked it down to an hour. I don't know.
IG
I don't
always
know.
be
I don't
hating,
know.
man.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody complained or if it was IG complaining, but somebody didn't like it. Somebody didn't like it. Somebody was
Ah,
mad. Yeah. But they didn't do nothing. They
somebody
just
was
got
big
took off.
mad.
Yeah, yeah. So we're at an hour
Yo,
right now. So we got an hour to kill him.
we got an hour.
We got an
Hey,
hour to kill
so
him.
we got an hour. We got an hour to kill and rebuild.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, yo. So this right here means nothing, huh? So this right here means nothing. These people that go to these law schools, this means nothing. Common law
Probably.
handbook. Common common law is the law is the supreme law of the land, though. Is it not? The
They better
Constitution.
know it. They better know it
The
is.
common law. You know what I'm saying? The common law is the real law. It's the supreme law of the land. But where's Natalie Burrell at when we hit her, when we bust her on their head with these facts though? The code, rules, regulations, policy, and statutes are not the law. Self versus Ray. That's the Supreme
Right?
Court case though.
You know how crazy it is? How crazy it is? Let me show you
Hmm.
right. Let me show you right. Let me show you right now. Show how crazy
Hmm.
it is. Right? Show you how crazy it is. See if I find this. Amor sent me that today.
Wow. Yeah.
Amor sent me that today.
That's what up. That's
Here it
what
is.
up.
Amor sent me that
That's what
today.
up. Today? Wow.
Today.
No
Today.
such thing as no such thing as coincidence.
Right? Sent that today. And then didn't just send that, also made reference to the section that the statutes are BS.
Yo, the same section.
Where is it? Let me see if it's still here.
The same section. Wow.
Should be here. Oh yeah, watch it right here. Slip sideways though.
Same the same
Right?
section. There it is right there, man.
Section B, right? Lawmakers were given authority by the people to legislate codes, rules, regulations, and statutes, which are policies, procedures, and quote unquote law to control the behavior of the bureaucrats, elected and appointed officials, municipalities, and agencies, but were never given authority to control the behavior of the people. As we
Mm.
read in a U.S. Supreme Court case, all codes, rules, regulations are for government, blah, blah, blah.
Oh wow. Oh
Now,
wow.
how is there no Moorish unity?
Hmm.
How is there no Moorish unity if two Moors from two different jurisdictions
Yep.
be in the same mind frame
Yep.
to make reference to the same exact point?
Mm-hmm.
And the point being
Mm-hmm.
used, not just sending it because they feel like it, the point being used to show
Yep.
you that yes, what the Moors are saying is where it's at, and what these attorneys and anybody who's riding with them,
Mm-hmm.
where they're at. The same
Yep.
reference point, and you're thinking that this is not real because you see a Moor got kidnapped.
This this is what they need to think about. You need to really reevaluate, man. You ones that's out there that's like you so-called black and all that. You need to really reevaluate your thinking in 2021, man. You need to really reevaluate. Yo, Cujo, I got another bomb for him. Hold up. Cause I want if Squirrelfoot's still on here, I want him, if he can, pop back on the live. Cause I got another bomb for him. Look.
Well, there could be
Now we
multiple.
talking
There
about,
could be multiple on there.
huh?
Your status is like that. You could do multiple.
Nah,
You could do
nah.
multiple people on it.
Nope. I can only do one. Yo, I wish I could get, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Cujo, check it out, G. Look, how they talking, you up there in Canaanland, I'm out here in Chicago. All right, that's number one right there. So the law is universal. Then you go right there to common law.
Mm-hmm.
It says those principles, usages, and rules of action applicable to the government and security of persons and property, which do not rest for their authority upon any express or positive statute or other written declaration, but upon statements of principles found in the decisions of the courts. That sound like supreme law. Supreme law of the land has the last say so, not statutes.
It sounds so. It sounds so.
Hit him with the emoji.
Yo. And again, going back again. Are you confused about law? Going back again. Like you said, it's a head busser. Page 138, 136.
This book here, head busser.
Head busser. Where a private occupational statute exists, as her of which the intent is regulation of private commercial occupation, the particular agency enforcing that private statute shall not apply it by trickery and deceit. If they're calling somebody's hair color bald, isn't that trickery and deceit?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't these people private people playing games? And then don't you have Moors riding with these private people? You have Moors telling you that you're private?
Yep.
If they call you private in the army, if they call you private in the army, you're nobody. Moors want to be private. What do you mean you're private? I thought you were Moors.
Right. That's yo, you know what's crazy? How come yo, where Jamal at, man? How come everybody, because Marlon talk about this military stuff all day, and he been in there. How come nobody in the this is the common sense part, G. Everybody that goes to a different branch, they not confused about the branch they go to. So when you got people that's up in there, you know what I'm saying? They in the Army, that's who they are. They in the Marines, they're in the Marines. They known as Marines, Air Force, Navy, whatever. Moors call each other Moors because that's our national name. There's no confusion. How come so-called black people, they could be African American today, they could be Negroes tomorrow, they could be black next week, they could be American Indians. You see all the confusion that they got versus what we got?
Yep.
Like, we don't have no confusion. People in the Navy don't call each other people in the Army.
Let me throw this out there, right? Anybody who is from that jurisdiction of Army, military, Navy, Marine, whatever, you should be, and you know about your nationality and birthrights, you should be a brainchild of the Moorish militia.
Man.
If you have X whatever veteran status, if you have veteran status, and you know about your nationality and your birthrights, you should be looking at assisting with the Moorish militia. Only
Yeah.
those people. If you don't have any expertise, get the hell out of here. You're not
Yeah.
just coming here in suit cans and stuff like that. The people with
Right.
the expertise.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want the people
Oh.
who just want to learn today. Today they want to learn to shoot. We don't want those people.
Mm-hmm. Link up.
Right?
Link up with Brother Jamal. Link up with more that's out there, man. That's really out there putting that militia together, man. Link up with
And
more, man.
you're obligated to do this. This
Yes.
is why you're
Yep.
obligated to do it. Right? This is
Facts.
why you're obligated to do it. Right? We're going to read to
Facts.
you why you're obligated to do it, because now that you're out, you know something. You know something that majority of our people don't know, and they probably need to know.
Yeah.
So you have something that you could add in, but this is why you have to do it, right? King Alfred plan, the draft. Few efforts of human behavior modification are more remarkable or more effective than that of the socio-military institution known as the draft. A primary purpose of a draft or other such institution is to instill by intimidation in the young males of a society the uncritical conviction that the government is omnipotent. He is soon taught that a prayer is slow to reverse what a bullet can do in an instant. Thus, a man trained in a religious environment for 18 years of his life can, by this instrument of the government, be broken down, be purged of his fantasies and delusions in a matter of mere months. Once that conviction is instilled, all else becomes easy to instill. Even more interesting in the process by which a young man's parents, who purportedly love him, can be induced to send him off to war to his death. Although the scope of this work will not allow this matter to be expanded in full detail, nevertheless, a coarse overview will be possible and can serve to reveal those factors which must be included in some numerical form in a computer analysis of social and war systems. We begin with a tentative definition of the draft. The draft, selective service, is an institution of compulsory collective sacrifice and slavery devised by the middle-aged and the elderly for the purpose of pressing the young into doing the public dirty work. It further serves to make the youth as guilty as the elders, thus making criticism of the elders by the youth less likely. It is marketed and sold to the public under the label of patriotic national service. So you know what you did. You know what you did. And we don't want you to repent for your sins. We want you to bring your expertise to the Moorish militia.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
assist that way. And we're not talking about coming together as some Moorish militia and then people want to come train. No, these people are trained already.
They already trying. Yes, sir.
You think we can't get some stuff done if we have 10 generals?
A lot of stuff done. Man, a lot of stuff will be done already.
With regard to this military whatever and gun whatever and people losing their mind because Moore's exercising their Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Right.
It's a Second Amendment. And
this is not for everybody. This is for select individuals who are vibrating on that frequency.
Yes, sir.
This is not for everyday whoever that thinks they know something. Right? We're talking about the people who have been broken down, purged of their fantasies and delusions in a matter of months. a conviction instilled in them that they leave there and they still have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's what we
instilled
talking
like
about.
that. Those are the people, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's just
And
an
then,
aspect. Because remember, with the Panthers, they also had a food program.
yeah,
So that's just
yeah,
an aspect. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But that aspect is only going to be exercised by those in that realm.
So
Everybody
all you
else
ones,
find
yeah,
something else to do. Go ahead, more.
all right, all like Moore saying, like who brother Cujo saying. A lot of you Moors that think that you so-called black, you not black. And you suffering, our people are suffering because we have not united mentally, not just holding hands and everybody coming to the room together. It's not just about that. It's about civics, the science of law, jurisprudence. What do you stand for? Do you have a nation? Moors have been saying this just like the Prophet Noble Drew Ali get honors all the time because he's been saying it. Shout out to the
All the
Prophet
time.
Noble Drew Ali, man. Like,
Shout out
why
to the
y'all think
prophet.
they don't never talk about this man, this great man right here? Because he was the one that brought back nationality to our people for the salvation of our people. Islam, war. And nobody talks about Noble Drew Ali besides Moors. You know what? Yo, Cujo, you mind if I read something to him real quick about Noah
Go ahead, more.
Webster?
You already know how we do.
Yes, sir. Noah Webster, the guy that was writing that was writing some stuff back in the day, man. He said in 1787, he said, before a standing army can rule, the people must be disarmed, as they are in almost every kingdom of Europe. The supreme power in America cannot enforce unjust laws by the sword, because the whole body of the people are armed and constitute a force superior to any bands of regular troops that can be, or any pretense, raised in the United States. So y'all already know what that means, man. Before and that standing army can rule, they gotta disarm you, man. They gotta disarm us. That's why what Biden do when he got in there? He said immediately we finna enforce gun laws. We finna start putting taxes on the guns, ammo restrictions. Come on, y'all. So if you got military experience, man, link up. Link up. What else you gotta lose? Like, you ready to get that phone call from losing one of your family members because of some police that took on the power? They got power thirsty. Are you ready to get that phone call knowing you could have made a difference? Come on, man.
Yeah. And put
That's
it
a
out to all the Huey P. Newton gun whoever's too. Because Panthers, they studied law and all that, so stop playing games.
facts.
And
Facts, man.
Panthers knew that they were Panthers. They weren't black. So stop the
Yep.
BS.
Facts. So when they talk about what we need to do, how many ex-military, that'd be a good little lookup for some logistics. How many Moorish ex-military members are out there right now? Like, we need to tally that number up. Now y'all need to link up, man.
Yeah, and like we're saying, you're not going to go over there, those guys over there that have some channel doing some Thursday night whatever, and you're gonna go and ask them about it. We're telling you, Moorish militia.
Yeah,
That's where you go. You're
yeah,
not going to some clown over there to ask
right.
them about it and all that. There's
Yeah,
specific people we're telling you to go to,
yes, sir.
because the only way that that realm is gonna be dealt with properly is by people who were in that realm. Everybody else is useless. Don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. If you don't have a gun at your house, don't bring it up. You can't even talk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even make a suggestion. I don't care if you're a Moor, you got a birthright and all that stuff. Doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Yeah, man.
If you got no experience, shut the hell up with regard to the subject matter of Moorish militia.
For real. For
If
real.
you're not going there, if you're not in that realm or going there, you shouldn't even be talking about it.
Period. And if you really trying to, like, cause I know Brother Squirrelfoot, he teach. He already put it out there. He will teach you. Yeah. If you come out there, he will teach you. He will train you, teach you how and what procedures to do. Strategies. Cause he been there. Just like a lot of other Moors have been there. They just waiting on Cujo, they just waiting on the kickoff. Yeah. Can't wait no more though, man. What you waiting for?
You gotta link up.
Link up.
You just gotta link up.
Tired of waiting,
remember,
man.
That's its own realm. You know what I mean? The Department of Agriculture doesn't know what the Department of Health is doing unless they go to the yearly meeting. Otherwise, they don't care what they're doing. They're doing what they're supposed to do to make sure that this stuff doesn't fall over.
Facts. Everybody got a role, man.
Everybody has a role. What role are you gonna play? You know what I mean? That's
the whole when it all boiled down. What role are you gonna play? You out there. What role you out there gonna play, man? Are you gonna be somebody that needs somebody to always push you? Just like the Ali, hold up. Just like this brother right here, this great brother right here, Ali Selassie. Ali Selassie was talking about this more. Know what I'm saying? As far as leadership, he was talking about leadership. It's what Ali Selassie was saying, man. Ali Selassie, he was like, it is important, however, to remember, the leadership does not mean domination. The world is always well supplied with people who wish to rule and dominate others. The true leader is of a different sort. He seeks effective activities, which has a truly beneficent purpose. He inspires others to follow in his wake, and holding aloft the torch of wisdom, leads the way for society to realize its genuinely great aspirations. Now remember, this is Ali Selassie saying this, man. So we say, in every significant event in history, you will find a courageous and determined leader, an aspiring goal or objective, and the adversary who sought to foil his efforts. The leader, marked out by his individual craftsmanship, his sensibility and insight, his intuitive energy. But this will get crucial though, Cujo. He say, leaders are people who raise the standards by which they judge themselves and by which are willing to be judged. He say, but the leadership and intuitive and initiative must always come from you. That means we got to be self-leaders. Mm-hmm. Do not expect them. You know what I'm saying? Do not expect them to do more than you can do for yourself. Mm-hmm. Every laborer is a father. His laborer is his child. Choose your project carefully and achieve it worthily. Come on, man. Ali Selassie, man.
Yeah. And then again, shows why, they don't mention him.
Man.
And then if you hear about him, you're hearing about him from he's God to the Rastafarians, whatever, and you're not even getting his lessons that he left.
Man.
Same thing with Garvey.
Yep. Yep. Ali
Hmm.
Selassie, he got just like just like the Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yep.
Ali
Same play.
Selassie, same play. He got sold out by his
Same
own
play.
team. Same
Same play.
thing.
Right. And
He got
just like
sold out.
uh, what is the war? Why are there Moorish establishments such as there are lodges in the States? Why aren't there Moorish establishments such as there are lodges in the States? Think about it like this. What if all the Prince Hall Masons just proclaimed their nationality? What would happen to those
Facts.
lodges?
Right. That's the real question.
If all those Prince Hall people who wear fez already, they already know about Moors because they know about Hiram Abiff and all that.
Right.
How about they just proclaim their nationality and be Moors instead of being Prince Hall Masons? What happens
Facts.
to the lodges at that point?
Facts. Stop playing games. When y'all gonna stop playing games? And Noble Drew Ali said that. He said
Yep.
the pastors and the Masons are gonna be the last ones.
Last one.
The last ones. So y'all keep playing games thinking it's sweet, messing with that vampire. They keep messing with
Yep.
the vampire, bro. And they keep
Yep.
and they keep letting the vampire bite out their own people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they want to be familiars. They want to have
Exactly.
that nice little job, that little comfortable little job, and little trinkets and stuff like that. That ain't what's up, man. At the cost of
Right.
your own people.
Like again, we were talking about this the other day too. Like when we look at the movie again, right? Why is
Yeah.
it? Why is it that the place got burned down and all that stuff? Some police? It wasn't because of some police. It was from your own.
Our own people.
Your own. Who was supposed to carry on the legacy and didn't. When we
Man.
look at what Noble Drew Ali had back then, what Moors had, right? What
Yep.
Moors had back then, and that being non-existent today, but we can still see certain other things that started back then. They're still around today. Look where the Vatican is today. If the Moors stayed on what they were on, and those two things founded at the same time, how is the Vatican where it is and the Moors are where they're at? It's not because of the Vatican.
Mm-hmm. Because our
You know what
own
I
people.
mean?
Our own people sell each other out just to get some kind of fiat or some kind of material gain. It's our own people.
Yeah. So that, and dude even did the cipher in the movie.
Yeah.
They had the steak scene
Yep.
with him meeting with Agent Smith or whatever like that at the
Yep.
table, and he's
Yep.
enjoying his steak like a good nigger,
Mm-hmm.
snapping at waiters to come pour more wine and all that.
Yep.
Right?
Hell yeah. That's just what he
Are
did. That's
the
just what he
Moors,
was doing.
yeah, are the Moors part of the 144,000? Moors are the
What you
144,000.
talking, right? We are the 144,000. Like
Like that's
we
who
are
the
we
144,000 is. That's
yeah,
why
that's
it's nine.
us.
441, the nine.
That's
Moors are
us.
the only
Like,
ones that are the matriarch.
yeah, that's us. Like, and it all come back down to the zodiac anyway though. So yo,
And then when you think about um the 144,000 that are gonna be saved, right?
yeah.
Relative to the actual number of people on the planet, that's Noble Drew Ali's prophecy that there's only going to be a handful saved
Facts.
with fingers left over.
Yep.
And Juali told these Moors he's going to take them up on zeppelins and apparatus and all that stuff. What do you think? What do you think this is? We're not part of the simulation.
Yo.
We're not the avatar.
Noble Drew Ali put it out there, man. I don't know if they read any of the any of the oral statements by the prophet, but every prophecy that he said happened already, or will happen.
Prophecy.
It happened already, or it will happen. So he said it was gonna be. He said it was gonna be.
The last check. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, more.
No, I was gonna say the last check there was probably 80% of them that happened already.
See there?
Something like that.
So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know what they talking about. All I know is what he said was gonna happen. Where is that? Right here. He said this right here. This is the oral statements by the prophet. What he said was gonna happen has happened already. If the European be just, they would have an Asiatic vice president. And if they had an Asiatic president, hold on, IG tweaking, they would have a European vice president.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do want to look at it still, Kamala Harris, look at her. Then you got Biden, even though we know it's a de facto. Then you got Obama, who was the Asiatic president.
Yep.
Who, by the way, never said he was a black man, said Asiatic. You never heard Barack Obama claim to be a black man. He always said he was a Kenyan, Asiatic. Yo, Cool Joe, I don't. So what they be thinking about, I don't. They're not thinking.
They're definitely not thinking.
They're not thinking at all.
Yeah. That's why we give honor. People are looking at it. You know what I mean? That it's we're looking at Juali as some religious whatever. You know what I mean? No, like prophecy that's metaphysical. You know what I mean? That's Juali's Yoda or whatever. That's not religious. Yoda's not religious. You know what I mean? That's master of the realm of thought.
Facts. Then you talk about what else Prophet Noble Drew Ali was saying, because they not gonna talk about him on mainstream TV, so we got to put our people on. You know what I'm saying? He said,
Andrew Ali said, our press is our greatest weapon.
Man,
so us telling our story is where it's at. Tell that story more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Noble Drew Ali said, one day the European is going to let you down. You are going to have to put up a nice
shit.
Last you.
They're killing you right now.
Until your brothers come from to rescue you from the east. He also said, children, you are at home, and the European is 3,000 miles from home. He's going to have to take on some water. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You are home. You are home. I thought Moors aren't indigenous. I thought Moors aren't aboriginal. I thought Moors aren't the first people in the Americas. So how can Noble Drew Ali say that you are home and he's talking to Moors?
Big facts.
Telling these Moors, you're home.
You're not already home already.
You're not Negro, black, or colored. You're home.
You home already. He ain't say that for no reason. He said it because that's what it is.
Yep. Think there's something.
That's what it is.
Thinking there's something that they're not.
I don't. And then old boy Rami, if you going by what the prophet said, he said this in the divine warning, because he loved to cherry pick and go around what the prophet said,
Certain
man.
stuff.
Yeah, he loved trying to slide around and cherry pick. You know what I'm saying? Goofy. What Noble Drew Ali said in Divine Warning, man. He said, I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God Allah to warn my people to repent from their sinful ways and go back to that state of mind to your forefathers' divine and national principles, that they will be law abiders. That right there, enough is enough.
Yep.
Law abiders. And to receive their divine right as citizens according to the free national constitution that was prepared for all free national beings. So Rami, law abiders means Second Amendment. Law abiders means statutes don't trump the Constitution. So what you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Since you co-signing with the attorney, law abiders, statutes are not law.
And then that also goes for people who wanna pull up the 101 questionnaire and talk about Her's revised statute and talking about that's some stuff that Drew Ali brought or whatever. The hell out of here. That's a statute.
That's a statute. It's not law. It's not
That's a
law.
statute. The law is the body politic that came out of the statute, not the statute.
Facts.
The law is the fact that we can do what we have to do in our own land because we're home. That's why we got grand sheiks and grand governors or whatever. So we don't need their president and governors or whatever. We have our own. That's why we have our constitution, because that constitution isn't our constitution.
Facts. Treaty of Peace and Friendship.
We're talking about that's the law of the land. That's not our stuff. We have our own stuff going on.
We got our own stuff, man. We got our own stuff. So I don't see what any naysayer, Rami, what are you talking about, fam? Like what you doing, you just really you just clowning yourself. You look like a fool. For real. And everybody know it that they got the knowledge that's studying. Everybody know it, everybody see it. You look like you a traitor.
Everyone who has the knowledge. That's the part. Everyone who has the knowledge of it, they already know something's going on.
Cause then he said something on his video title.
Probably snitched on
it. Yeah, he said something about Dirty Moore or something like that. So
something crazy. Talking crazy.
Some crazy out his mouth. Just straight traitorous. And then you look at if you do look at the prophecy from the prophecies from the prophet, he told Moses to be careful. He told Moses to be careful right there. If you are not careful, your own brothers will try and put you into slavery. He just said it right there. That's Noble Drew Ali, fam. So what they talking about, Cujo?
Bill, what are they talking about? Let's put what in the chat. We got probably about, looks like we got about 15 minutes left. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Why is this knowledge and books not so easy to come by as these magazines and movie trailers? Goes back to the same thing. What are people doing? What are people doing? Right? What are people doing to put this where it's supposed to be. Because like Drew Ali
Playing
said,
around.
there's enough work for everybody to do. You know
Facts.
what I mean? We're not saying everybody has to be a lecturer or everybody has to be whatever. There's work. Just do it in your free national name as a body of Moors and stick to the principles, honor to the Prophet, have respect
Yep.
for womanhood, and help people who are less fortunate. You know what I mean? Like in whatever way,
Yep.
you are gonna do that. You know what I mean? Brother Cush, the
Yep.
people less fortunate they can't cut their own hair, so they're gonna go to a barber.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then while
Yep.
they're in the chair, they're gonna get their little they're gonna get their little earful. Or they may
Oh,
get their
oh
little
yeah,
book to read.
They gonna
You know what I'm
yeah. You gonna get some more fire in your ear, man. You gonna
And I
get
don't see
that.
people not, yeah, and I don't see them not coming back. You know what I mean? They say, nah, he talks too much or whatever. You know, because you know he figured out.
They come back asking questions. Then that's what's
Of
up.
course, of course. You know what I mean? Which is why,
Come
for
back with
example, why we have something like this. That you know, you can come here and ask questions because the only way you're gonna figure some stuff is if you get some answers. You know what I mean? Questions and not knowing where to get the info, you're in trouble because people out here don't want you to have this info. You know, people don't want you to have this info. But for us to get this on the forefront, it's gonna have to be with us because
yeah,
when we say, oh well, what steps can we take so that you know we can bring whatever into existence? It's going to be the individuals who are taking the steps being in their free national capacity
yeah,
because you can't do it as Negro. And Moors been doing that and getting remedy. So it's not like where we're going with it is not where it's at. But you only got 30,000 Moors out of a billion people. They ain't really
yeah.
doing anything. It's not really gonna have the power that it
We
has.
need numbers.
You know what I mean?
Y'all stop renewing your driver license and get you a national ID card. Stop trying to renew your corporate what you would say, harpoon, that thing that's hooking you up to the monster and let it go. What else you got to lose? You done tried
Right.
everything else.
The problem isn't that they don't respect the treaty. The problem is that there's too many Negroes
Yeah.
against the
Oh
treaty.
God. Oh
So
God.
now it doesn't have the force that it has because you have these people over here that's called sovereign citizen and all they do is get arrested are the only ones enforcing the treaty.
Right.
But then they're gonna let
Make
him out the back or they're gonna put him on some yeah, you got court date and then 50 times you gotta go to court before they get rid of it or whatever. You
right.
know what I mean? Because they can
Yep.
only deal with their system corruption because of Negroes. They're gonna come down hard on me. They're gonna come down hard on any active Moor so that the dummies
Yep.
don't think that this is in their best interest. When that's all that matters. Yeah, like it ain't like that. Like ID cards always on you, even at the house.
Yep.
Right? It's not have it because it's gonna do something. It's my knowledge that's gonna do something.
Facts.
But if somebody needs to see something, I mean I got something to show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right?
RV Bay
Like when you say
Publications.
exactly, I was just gonna say it. If you want to know about how
Yeah.
to write writs, RVBay Publications. If you want to
Yep.
know about Noble Juali, RVBay Publications. If you want to
Yep.
know about constitutional what, you want to know about how to save your house because they're about to take your property under the guise of some foreclosure, RV Bay Publications. Everything's on there. That's going to get you
Yeah.
started. It's just for you
It's
to go.
go on there and read, man. Question
Mhm.
on there, read. Just go on there and be like, yeah, I'm just going on here just to go in here because it's I'm finna take it serious.
Right,
Because whether you believe it or
and again,
you know,
and going back to the
well,
prophecies again, that Noble Drew Ali said, "Don't flash your card at the European because it causes confusion." Noble Drew Ali also said, "Your nationality card is going to change in your pocket."
facts.
So when we go to a outlet, a store or whatever like that, and they're saying 500 notes tax, and we put down our nationality card, and that's a European, they're gonna do it. They're gonna
Yes,
take
sir.
taxes off. They're gonna do what they're supposed to do. Guess who's gonna be the gatekeeper, telling us that we can't do that and all that
Yep.
stuff, and then we gotta call. Then we
Yep.
gotta call the manager, who's a European, who's
Yep.
gonna do everything that we just told you, dumbass. Put the number in the
Yep.
thing. What are you doing? What are you fighting? Nah, that
Facts.
doesn't look like a regular ID that I ever saw before, so that's not real.
You ain't lying. You ain't never lying. You ain't never lying, G.
No, don't get me wrong. You have some Europeans that say no and they fight it or whatever, right? But majority of times, it's the Asiatics who want to play around with you.
Yep. They want to give a hard time like it's their company that's gonna have to take the taxes off or something. Like you just work here. This ain't your business. You just
Yeah.
work here. You acting like I'm taking something out your pocket. Goofy. Crazy, man. Yo, Cool, I'm finna get some food,
Um,
man.
yeah, more do your thing. I got 10 minutes, and this more just has a question right here, and then we'll probably be off this anyways. But do your thing, more. Give thanks for the build.
Yes, sir, all the time. Peace and love to all the Moors
Yo,
out
peace
there
and love, man.
worldwide.
Islam.
Islam.
What's up? I started to get into learning the truth by watching young Pharaoh. Even the rake down in holidays, he is starting a school. Don't know if I should join. You ever notice that he never, he never ever, he never ever shows you a school, but he shows you a new chain and then new rings and a new bracelet. And then he has, 3 new children. And then your dumbass is eating roast cereal. Never realized that. Yeah. Just a thought, just something to consider before you try put some money into people that they're gonna bring you some school, some black school that's gonna save you and save your children. But every time you see him, he has a new chain on, and you're still struggling. You still gotta get up and go work and all that stuff like that. You're gonna pretend like he's the man and all this. How about this? YouTube search Canaanland Moors, Young Pharaoh. See what comes up, and go watch some of those. Go watch some of those. Since you're just getting into this, you know what I mean? You don't got nothing to lose yet. So you can sort of take your time. Just go to Canaanland Moors. Since young pharaohs who brought you to consciousness or whatever. Canaanland Moors, young pharaoh. And just watch that. Because he was starting a school for the past 3 years or something. I ain't seen a school yet. Then he said some SOS stuff, and then that was some stuff from some other people on the continent. He stole their stuff, pretending like it's something or whatever like that. Like people are for the 144,000 are Moors. If you're not Moor, sorry, you're not gonna get saved. Nothing personal, just means you're not gonna get saved. And again, when we keep talking about um administrative steps to do whatever, as soon as you say administrative, you just threw off your whole thing. Because they're not even administrative, they're Inquisition colonists. and they're in your land violating you. So you're not going to go to their jurisdiction to tell on their boy who's violating you. But the boat has left the dock and we're behind the 8 ball. So, certain L's you're just going to have to take. Not because you're wrong, but just because there's no remedy. The time for remedy has passed and our people did nothing. So these people are doing their corruption up and down. Like we were talking about earlier. They had the more in the mugshot info saying that his hair color is bald. And these are supposed to be the people who people are dialing 911 and call them to help them with some situation. These people are calling hair colors bald. This is supposed to be evidence in a case and all that stuff, and people are just saying whatever. Well, his birthplace is Morocco, but he's a U.S. citizen. How? That's a contradiction. That's an apparent, obvious contradiction. Is there a way to avoid taking vaccines? Know that you're Aboriginal and Indigenous. Know that you have an immune system, and if you have an immune system, what do you need a vaccine for if your immune system is working? And then if that doesn't work, then you have, rvbaypublications.com, Aboriginally Healthy section, and then there's paperwork there that you can download for free for you to put them on notice that you're exempt because you're Aboriginal and Indigenous. Everything's there for our people, but our people don't want it. They want to play Negro black color march in the street games. Right? And if they're going to say kick the door in and hold you down and vaccinate you, then they would have did that anyways. So it doesn't matter whether you have paperwork or not. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. If 10 of them kick the door in right now and hold you down and give you the thing, now you got it. Where's my ticket? Let me go do the stuff that they were saying that I can't do because of the COVID or whatever. Well, since I got the shot, then that means I'm free to go then, right? No quarantine and all that BS then, because I'm supposed to be good. Oh, I'm not good if I took the vaccine? Oh, okay. I would say ride with immune system. Just because you were born with that. Instead of some stuff that they're creating that you don't even know what's in there, where you're just going to take it just because they said, come down here and take this. But then you can't get on the plane and stuff if you don't got the thing, we're not, this is mandatory for you to get on the plane. But the shot, that's voluntary. You can come take that if you want. But it's mandatory if you want to go get some food that you have a shot before you walk through this door, because we got the stuff set up with the sensors and you're going to beep when you go through the thing, so we know that you took the shot. But then how is this stuff beeping if I took a shot and that's supposed to be water and a shot and stuff like that? Oh, well, because really nanotechnology is in the vaccine or whatever. Oh my God, nanotechnology, blah, blah. And then you weren't worried about chemtrails? That's nanotechnology? That's not clouds they're spraying. What do you think they're doing with nanotechnology in the sky, spraying it on people? But, again, we're behind the 8 ball. The boat has left the dock. We're talking about, we're going on the vacation. We're going on the cruise. You're going on the cruise, but the boat has left the dock. And everybody on the dock looking at you like, whoa. But you already know the thing's a pandemic. You know what I mean? So you already know. George Orwell told you that martial law is coming. You know what I mean? And people didn't take that serious. King Alfred Plan told you. Everybody said something is gonna happen. Nobody took more serious or whatever. We're killing ourselves trying to put you on game. These people are going to do some stuff. Nah, you want to be Negroes and blacks and march and stuff like that. All right, well, cool. Now we're in it. Now we're in it. Soldiers walking the streets, just like Drew Ali said. You can't go here. Line up to go get whatever. All this stuff was called. So recognize that, wow. Okay, man, don't look around and say, oh my God, there's police everywhere and police state and then don't look at man. Just look and say, wow, Noble Drew Ali was actually right. God damn, he was right. Ain't that something? Drew Ali was right the whole time. Wow. Honors to that man. Yeah, places in flames or whatever, but we knew this was about to happen. We were told that that all of this was gonna happen. Now we know. Now we know that he's the man. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to all the Moors worldwide, wherever you are. Stay true to the cause. You know that we're not Negro, black, colored, or any other fictions. We're Moors. Wherever we are in the world, we got melanin, we're Moors. Honors to all mothers everywhere. You too, mothers, you have to link up. Find other mothers and just link up. Just because. Just like the brothers do. All these Moors coming out here, you know what I mean? We build on the phone. This is not some IG thing. We talk. I know those are my brothers. We got people that come to the temple meetings and stuff like that, and we see each other, we greet each other. This is not just some online thing. So get with Moors, connect with Moors, call Moors, build. Anything, hit the DM. Honors to all the Moors, honors to the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, for his great work. Peace and love to all. Peace and love to all.